Hello students, welcome to my channel English All New Academy. Before we begin the poem, please subscribe my channel and also press the bell icon. This video deals with a poem from Standard 10, First Flight. The poem is How to Tell Wild Animals. This video deals with detailed explanation of figures of speech and rhyme scheme. Let's begin with figures of speech and poetic devices. In stanza 1, in this line, we can see that the poetic device is enjambment because the idea continues to be expressed from one line to the other without any punctuation. Here we can see no punctuation mark has been used and the idea continues to the next line. So it's called enjambment. Here in this line we can see that here also the idea continues to be expressed from one line to the other without punctuation. So it is enjambment. Here we can also find anastrophe because here it is inversion of the sentence. In this sentence we can see that and if there should to you advance. So this statement is the inversion of as we generally use it. Then we have in this line there are three figures of speech: personification, onomatopoeia and alliteration. Personification because the word he has been used for Asian lion. It is also onomatopoeia because here the word roar is associated with the sound produced by lion. Alliteration also is used because the sound y is repeated in these two words. Poetic device, enjambment and allusion are also seen here. Enjambment because here without any punctuation mark in the first line, the idea continues to be expressed in the second line. Asian lion. So here the reference has been made to Asian lion. That's why it is called allusion. Allusion is used by many of the poets when they give reference to some character or any idea or object which we already know or which is already talked about in a literary work. Here we can see that the sound r is repeated in the words roaming and round. So it is called alliteration. In this line, we can see that oxymoron is used because the contradictory terms noble and wild has been assigned to beast. So here both are contradictory terms. In this line, we can see that metonymy is used because the word yellow ground is used for the skin of the tiger. In this line, we can see that he is used for tiger and that's why it is personification. In this line, we can see that the Bengal tiger, again it is allusion because the reference has been made to Bengal tiger. In this line, anastrophe also is used because it is just the inversion of the sentence. We should read it as this simple rule may help you learn to discern the Bengal tiger. Then we have irony also because here the poet says that you might be able to identify it as Bengal tiger if he eats you. So it is called irony because if a person is no more alive, how is it possible to discern or know that it is the tiger because the person may not be alive to discern it. Here we can find that alliteration has been used as the sound h is repeated in the words he and has. Personification also has been used because he has been assigned to the tiger. Then we have onomatopoeia and litotes. It is onomatopoeia because here the word roar is associated with the sound and here negation has been used. That's why it is called litotes. Here we can see the word lap is repeated and that's why it is repetition. Here we have alliteration because the sound wo is repeated in the words when and walking. Poetic device enjambment is also used here. We can see that here without any punctuation, the idea continues to be expressed in the second line also. In these lines, we can see that repetition is used because the word very is repeated and alliteration also because the word ho is repeated in these two words and b is repeated in be and bear. Here we can see figure of speech personification is used because the word he has been assigned to the animal and poetic device enjambment is used because at the end of the line without any punctuation the idea continues to be expressed in the second line. In these lines we can see that alliteration has been used because sound no is repeated in the words novice and nonplus. Enjambment also is used because here from one line to the other the idea continues to be expressed without punctuation. In these lines also we can find enjambment. Here we can see that the idea continues to be expressed from one line to the other. In this line we can see transferred epithet has been used because the adjective merry has been assigned to smile. Here alliteration is used because the sound the is repeated in these words. Here we can see litotes is used because negation has been used to assert a positive idea. Personification also is used because he has been assigned to an animal and alliteration because the sound ho is repeated in the words he and hasn't. In these lines we can find litotes because negation has been used here. Now let's see the rhyme scheme of the poem. In this poem, the rhyme scheme is A B A B C C. All the stanzas follow the same rhyme scheme. Hope you have understood the figures of speech. Please subscribe my channel if you haven't yet subscribed and also like the video. Thank you for watching this video.